everyone, welcome back to the Colouring Zone. My name is Helena. So today I'm going to be working in Hannah Carlson's newest book. I do apologise, I'm not actually sure of the name. I cannot remember off the top of my head, so I will put that in the video. So I am working on this page here. So I thought it would be quite interesting to try out this one here, but with Polychromos. So I've started this page with just Polychromos, and then I thought on the other side I will use this, so it's the brush and pencil coloured pencil powder blender. So I'm going to use it on his skin, and then we can compare, and I won't do this one here on camera, but I will be doing this one here on camera. I might have to speed some things up. I'm not sure how long it will take, but I'm going to give it a shot. So I have actually, before we start, I have actually done a page in Worlds of Wonder, and I used this powder to blend out a background. Now, the background that I did was this one here. Now, it's a bit of a sneak peek, so this will be in my completed pages for May, even though I did actually complete it in April technically. But this one here, I used Prismacolors. So I based it with the powder, and then I used Prismacolors over the top of it. I quite like the colours that I've chosen for this, for the background. I wouldn't say that it made a massive difference, if I'm honest, using the powder, but I'm hoping that because Polychromos are oil-based, maybe I might have a slightly different result. So if you're interested, so the rest of the pencil work, so with the balloons and the elephant, is actually done with Holbein's. But yeah, so I will get this out of the way, and we can get started on this gentleman. So I have got my cappuccino / hot chocolate, so to make a mocha. Yeah, I'm going to be sipping away whilst I'm filming. I'm going to put that there. So I'm going to be using this tool here. This is, I think I've said it before, this is by no means a tutorial. I'm very, very new to this here. And I'm not exactly like amazing with, well, by far, I'm not amazing when it comes to skin either. So, yeah. So I'm just going to, because I've already used this, oh, I should have said actually, I did test it out on the back of here. So I tested it on this part here just to see what would happen, but I think what's going to help is by doing it in layers. So we'll see. I'll experiment and see how we go. So I am going to just switch this over because I don't want the colour, I just want it. I say that, I have actually got pink in the powder a little bit. I did try to wipe it off, but I think it's just sort of on the plastic. So I'm just gonna put this on, so I've got a even coverage. Hopefully none of it will go in my drink. So here we go. Yeah, I just thought it would be easier using this tool rather than using like a paintbrush. I don't really know what else you would use, maybe a sponge, but I just thought I'd have a bit more control by using it this way. I'm just going to pop this here so you can actually see it. It's not that interesting, but yeah, so it does actually give you a bit of a texture. Now, I think I have watched a couple of videos. In fact, I think I've only watched one video, and that was Debbie, Colour Me Stress Free, and she did sort of a little demo with it. Oh, and also Sarah Renee Clark, I think her name is. She recently did a video about the different pencil blending solutions and methods. I will also link that video down below. So I mean, she didn't go into massive details because obviously it was like a video dedicated to all the different blending methods. But yeah, I should have actually looked on some more videos, but I thought actually maybe it would be better if I just work it out. So I'm just doing a really even coverage here. I'm going to try not to get it on the hair and on the stars. So I'm planning to do this page with all polychromos for the male and the female. And then the background, I've not really decided. I'm happy to finish this off on camera. If there's enough interest and it's something that you would like to see, please let me know in the comments. It would probably be quite a few parts. I think I did mention it in my completed pages that I am going away. So I'm not sure how it will work with filming. I'm going away for a week. And I'm going to sort of delay putting this out to you. So by the time this actually comes out, I might already be home. So, yeah. But yeah, let me know in the comments if it's something you're interested in. Right, so I'm just going to pop the lid on, because otherwise if I laugh or chuckle or something, it might just blow everywhere. So I'm going to pop that to the side. If anyone's interested, the colours that I am using are, so as I said, the Polychromos Faber Castell. So the lightest one is Light Flesh, and then it is Dark Flesh, Medium Flesh. I don't know why, but so this one here is meant to be the dark and this one's meant to be the medium, but actually the dark is lighter than the medium. So anyway, and then Cinnamon, Tangerine, and then also Burnt Sienna. So this is, so what I've done on this one, I've done my sort of like first sort of initial layers really on the other one. So on this one I'm just going to use the exact same technique as I used on that one to try and make it equal. But yeah, so I'm just going to go in with a light layer all over his skin. So as you can see that the powder, as I'm going over it with the pencil, the powder is actually coming off. Now I'm not sure whether it's best to just blow it off or what. I need to experiment with that. But yeah, other than doing that little circle in Worlds of Wonder, I haven't used this powder with polychromos before, so this is new to me. I always tend to leave something. So what I mean by leave something is I'll do all of the skin and then I think, oh, actually that is meant to be, like normally it's the ear that I normally miss out. And then I think, oh God, I'm going to have to go back in, and it's obviously so many layers. So it's like a bit of a ball ache. Yeah. So I hope you're all well. Thank you very much for joining me. I say joining me, thanks for watching. Have I got any updates? Well, I'm going away to see family, so that will be nice. I'm looking forward to that. What else? Oh, I'm just glad we're like coming out of this lockdown and the sun is shining and things are just looking better. I'm sort of debating whether to sign my baby up to Sing and Sign. So it's a club. I think they do it in most places. I'm not too sure, but yeah, so it's a club where, you know, you sign up your baby and they've got so he would be stage 1 because he's only 6.5 months. So yeah, and they like, you know, sing along, and you've got like instruments, I mean like rattles and things, and make noise. So it's sensory and then musical, and then also they sign, and they teach them like basic signs. I'm just really, yeah, it's quite a lot of money, and you have to bring all of your own all of your own toys and mat and everything. And I just think it's a lot of money when actually, you know, they're not even providing the equipment. You have to bring it with you, which sounds really like, sounds really silly of me to say that, but actually it's the hassle of having to put all of that together, and actually you're paying quite a lot of money for the actual session itself. I would love to know if anyone has any sort of view on this, whether they've experienced any of that sort of stuff with their little ones, and whether they found it beneficial or not, and like, you know, would you do it again? Or yeah, I would be really interested to know. I can't help but talk about my son, obviously, you know, because he is so little. He's just like, well, he's with me all the time. So when I'm not with him, I just feel like I need to talk about him. Not I feel like I need to, but just that I just automatically do. He's my world and I'm his. So just doing a light layer, and then what I'm going to do is I'm then just going to build it up. So I'm going to put right. So I'm moving now on with, so this is dark flesh. And where the shadows are, I'm just gonna, this is how I do it. Everyone's got their own sort of way, but this is what I do normally. And I think with this powder, I must say, I was expecting a bit too much from it. So my expectations were quite high, and I was thinking, oh, well, you know, particularly on that elephant one, on that elephant page that I showed you at the beginning, I think I thought that, you know, it would sort of like take away some of the lines, and actually I think I was expecting a bit of a miracle. And I think almost you need to, I'm going to use it as if like I'm just going to use the pencils as I would without the actual pencil blender, and see what the outcome is. Yeah, I quite like doing these portraits that are like side by side, these double pages. I say that, and then when I've got to like, you know, doing the hair and all of everything else, I'm like, oh, it takes so long. But I do enjoy them, so, which is an improvement in itself, isn't it? Because before I just would not really do portraits. So yeah, I've still got to do stuff for her skin, and yeah, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the background. As I said, I think maybe I might actually use gelatos, because I think with the Distress inks, I'm a bit too generous when it comes to the water, and it then tends to bleed through, and that is just, you know, my doing really. I think I just need to practice. I don't know whether you're even going to be able to see this on camera, like the actual colour that I'm putting down, because as I said, it is the sort of the base layer. I never know what to do with noses. I really struggle with noses and with ears, and I'm actually missing it out. So I do that automatically because it's just not something I want to colour. Just missed that part out. That would look really strange, wouldn't it? So I'm going to be filming a few actually today, so you will see them at different times, but I'm filming this one, and I'm also going to film my haul. It's a smaller haul compared to last month, where I went a bit crazy with my spending. So yeah, and then I've also got a flip through that I'm going to be doing as well, of a book that well, I will actually link it into this video if you want to see it. So I will say about it. So yeah, it's so the lady that does the Circle of Life book, it's actually her, I think, first book. I'm not really entirely sure. It's in French, I believe. I'm pretty sure it's in French. And yeah, I just saw it on Amazon because I was interested if she'd bought something else out before. And I came across this book that she's illustrated, and there was no flip throughs on YouTube whatsoever. And I also did look on, I looked on Instagram as well, and I couldn't find it. So I am going to do a flip through on this channel. I will be sending it back though, because obviously I didn't really know what to expect, and it's come, and it is a beautiful book, and I'm sure some people would really enjoy colouring it in, but for me it's just so many fine details, and I don't think I would be able to. You probably could use pencils, but you're going to be having to constantly sharpen pencils to be able to get them to, you know, go into the small spaces. So it's not really something that I'm going to colour, so I will be sending it back. But yeah, so I'll do a flip through, because I'm sure there are some people that would love to see it, and then, you know, you can make your own decision on whether you want to purchase it. But yeah, so I'll be doing that one, and I've also, as I said, got the haul video. Right, I'm still going in with the medium flash, and I'm just going to speed this up, I think, just because it's a bit tedious, it's a bit boring for you to watch, I imagine. So I'm now going in with the medium flash. So I'll also speed this up, I think, and then I'll come back to you once I add the other colours, and then also obviously when I blend it out, I'll show you that process as well. Makes it sound like I know what I'm doing. I don't. I just thought I'd mention that this is very much a light layer. I'm not pressing hard at all. So I'm now going to go in with the cinnamon. Doing Century. Now I'm going to go in with my darkest colour, and this is Burnt Sienna. Use my brush, it's on my you know, like the big fan brush, and I'm just going to blend, well, I say blend it out, I'm just going to apply this and see what happens. So I've got quite a bit on there, probably too much, and then I'll go in with another layer. So it is definitely doing something, because it is lightening it. It's just sort of softening it. So I've heard people say, like, it's just like a sandwich using this powder. So you have the powder on the surface before you apply the brush, before you apply the pencils, and then put a layer on, and then blend it out and then layer it up so it's like a sandwich. Yeah, it's definitely done something. I probably should have used like one of the finer point ones, but I couldn't find it when I went to look, so let's start with this one. So yeah, you can see on the actual sponge itself that, you know, the colour has come off, so it is moving it, and I can see that it is moving it around. So I'm going to go in with another layer, and then I'll probably speed this up again. So I'm actually now going to go from dark to light, so opposite of what I did initially. This is just how I do skin, particularly with polychromos. So I'm just going to add some of those shadows back in, and then I will speed this up and I will see you in a minute. What I'll do is I'm just going to blow off the excess from the last lot. And I'm going to go over it again. So this time I'm going to use more of the tip of it for the smaller areas. I need to add a bit more under his eye, I think. some more powder. Yeah, I always tend to do the necks too light, so I've purposely added more shadow. Probably haven't added enough to the ear, but yeah, just to differentiate. Is that the right word? Yeah. The illusion that actually the face is more in the foreground than obviously the neck. I've gone out of the lines a little bit there, it doesn't matter too much. But it just goes to show that it is doing something because it's moving the pigment. Yeah, it's not really that, I've not really seen that much on this product. Yeah, it's interesting. Like, I wonder why people don't really tend to use it, or maybe people just use it and don't make YouTube videos about it. I'm not sure, but yeah, as I said, if you use it, please let me know. I'd be really, or if you're interested in using it, let me know too. That would be really interesting. And would you use it for skin or backgrounds, or right, what I'm going to do is I'm now going to flip it over because it's quite dark on that side now. So I'm going to flip it over and I am just going to blow off the excess and maybe just add lightly, just add some more powder for another layer. And then I think I will leave it there. Just more powder. I'm going to put the lid on. So I'm now going to go in. No, I'm going to keep going with the second from darkest colour, just add some shadows in certain places, and I will again speed this up and I shall see you in a minute. So I've just blown off the excess again, and I am now going to go in with some more of the powder. And then what I might do is stop the video and just like give it, I don't know, maybe a few days or something, and then I can look back at it, at the actual picture itself, because I think with skin sometimes because it takes so long to do, I can't really, sometimes I need to take a step back and then re-look at it when I've got like a fresh pair of eyes. Right, I'm just gonna get some more on there, but do it on the tip, and then I can get into the small bits. Yeah, I would really like to try skin with pan pastels, but I don't actually have the skin set or enough of the colours to do skin. So that's something that I would like to do. If anyone's interested, please let me know in the comments. Yeah, obviously I would need to, well, I wouldn't really need to practice, so I'll just show you my learning process. Oh, it's so quiet. I think my baby's definitely asleep. He normally sleeps around this time, actually, to be fair. Well, so far I'm quite happy with that. So this is how it's come out. So I have, this side was obviously we used this on it, and then this side it was just pencil, and I can't really draw many conclusions apart from that actually I probably need to get more practice with using it, and yeah, I think it's something that I'm going to need to practice, and I'm not sure. It says it's non-toxic. It says avoid inhaling dust. I just don't know whether I can actually use it around my son. I'm not sure. So I'm not sure what's in it, and obviously it's a very, very fine mist, so how often I'm going to be able to use it, I don't know, but yeah, I'm quite happy with the result, and yeah, I just thought I'd sort of wrap up this video, and you'll see this hopefully in my completed pages, and I'm planning to add a background. I'm thinking I might do watercolour, but we'll see, and I've got a few bits that I need to finish off as well. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. I'm sure I will be doing some more work with this powder blender. So yeah, take care everyone. Bye.